Hey, beautiful Libra family. It is Tuesday. We're going to get started before request week continues to roll on. I did grab the Archetypes book and I'm going to go to a random page today before we begin your small love reading. And I'm going to read a random thing from here. Maybe you need to hear it or it's something that you need to, I don't know. It's nice to hear something that you just like randomly chance upon. Okay, I think I found it. I just skimmed to a page. And this is it. This is what we've selected. Now it looks pretty long, so I'm going to read it as fast as I can, but hopefully it doesn't deter from the entire message with reading it very rapidly. So let's get started. Thanks for coming to the meeting today. And it says the shaman. The key words are the sorcerer, the medicine woman. 3 archetypal ingredients constitute the shaman, and all must present in order to reveal its magic. First, the shaman is activated by long-standing and diligent studies. The mentor. Second, its orientation is generously and accurately aimed toward the healing of the self, the other, and the culture of ones. That is the healer they become. And third, the shaman has a knack for finding doorways to the other world, allowing psychic visions and old magic to leak into this world, which is the unseen. In this way, the shaman is a master who bridges the everyday and the sacred, revealing potent power needed desperately in our time, which we're going through difficult times nowadays. Inflation. No, just kidding. And we have, yet where there is power, there is shadow. So the shaman must be vigilant in studying their darkness as well as the light. Libra light. This card reminds us that the force of healing is ultimately not our own. We must shape it and share it with the world. There's a lot of sharing your gifts now with the world. Many of you have come into foresight, or you have your own way of predicting what's happening next, or you really are reliable, and maybe you even talk to source and ask for prayer. So the shaman is the first thing we read today. It comes from the Archetypes, and Kim Kranz does this card and the book, or she's actually the author. So that was the message. It was pretty long. The 3 stages again are the mentor, the healer, and the unseen. So that's the way that it went in the book. We have the shaman, and if you look at the guidebook, it's really, really colorful. I lost the cards a while back ago. I wish I could have shared this deck with you. I used it a lot on clients, family, and friends, and so it's just something that I dearly miss. Let's get into your love reading, shall we? All right, let's do a pointed read today for what Libras need to see and hear before we get into request week. Also, I hope you're doing fine, and let's get started. Shuffle for Libra, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and the North Node. Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and the North Node Librans. Let's get it. Or let's check the bottom of the deck. Knight of Swords. We have the Empress before we get started, and the Knight of Wands. Sagittarius energy, but you don't have to have a Sagittarius person. It's looking here like, looks here like the Empress is really rested, relaxed. There are things in this Empress's life that are moving, okay? I do see like a little bit of Chariot energy with her. Definitely could be an air sign influence because we have the Knight of Swords. So I think you're moving ahead to greener pastures. We have the 3 of Wands. Let's look at the first 6 cards. The 3 of Cups. All those 3s are rolling out and there's one sticking behind it. 5 of Pentacles. Okay. There's desperately a few people here that want connection with you. Talking connection, call you up on the phone. I see that in the 3 of Cups. They don't feel as connected to you in the 5 of Pentacles as well. Or some of you could actually be going through an illness because the 5 of Pentacles can mean that you're sick as well. So let's see what else we got. 3 of Wands. We are learning to expand on something. Could be a new idea. And in the recent past, I think that there was a meeting here in the 3 of Cups and the King of Cups. Water sign maybe intelligently stands by. That's what I have so far. The signs that are here are Libra, Taurus. I have the 3 of Cups, which is all water signs. 5 of Pentacles is Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. Looks like you're doing the expanding while someone, I don't want to say watches you, but they stand really, really close by, just in case you have a misstep. We have the 3 of Wands here as your expansion. What's the Empress up to today? Judgment. All right, called in a judgment score. She checked it off her list. I think that's why the shaman message, we turn to it. You know, it's very, very random. But we turn to the book because the Empress also has psychic abilities. she's learning to master them. She's learning when to calm down on it and also take a break, which I find is happening in this collective. She seems to be in a place, the divine feminine energy, she's moving on to helping others, okay? So there's a judgment place there. I don't know if some of you are like deciding to move or relocate, but that's definitely a message that I'm picking up, is there's actually movement with this particular Empress. What's the recent past with love? 7 of Pentacles, the Sun. Okay, we could have met somebody new along the path. Ace of Cups, a new love is being called in by this particular Empress in purple. As I read it, you know, it's a wish fulfillment card. The water poureth over. So the Ace of Cups and the Sun is a new opportunity too. If you look at it, it's renewal, but it's also the renewal that you've called in. It's like the miracle that you asked for as well. So filleth back up with the cup, and we also feel renewed by that, I guess, wish of rejuvenation, I want to call it. So the Sun card's here again with Leo. 7 of Pentacles is just an investment. I'll show you that I have it. And we're investing in something new is what I'm picking up. This King of Cups is like really intrigued with what you've started, but they also know that they have no involvement in the idea scope or what it is. So she's definitely working on something, I would say like even in secret is what I would call that. The World card, we do have a closure, which is significant. I want to check your majors. You got 1, 2, 3, and 4 so far. The major arcanas are indicating a shift. And with this World card, I think that you're proud that you closed it out with a strong development of self. And there's a lot of things that are coming up that bring in a new beginning. That's the positive aspect of the card, is there's new beginnings with her busty self there. And you know, on YouTube, Libra Light's only been flagged once for like nudity. Like I noticed if I have a card like this, or the Lover's card, which is a big one with nudity, I rarely get flagged. So there's something about you going on a freedom-based journey. What's the World card for the beginning video here as we stretch our limbs for the next coming vids? We have the 6 of Pentacles, the Hermit. There could be a Taurus around, or earth signs. The coins are indicative of earth sign influence. Also, it's a giving back card. It's somebody who wants to be generous, or it's actually you. Like you're giving back a lot. You're spending time with other people. This could be new friends. I'm picking up on a lot of new relationships for some of you. This King of Cups in the recent past, they're fading out as you walk out of the picture, okay? The divine feminine seems to be looking at energy like this. I'll pull up the cards that are very much that essence. It's the Ace of Cups, it's the Sun, it's also investing in new things, which was the middle of the read. I think the middle is always important because it tells you of upcoming events. The 3 cards in the middle of a reading. It's also, it's current. So I want to look into that. And there's like a little bit of a hermit in you too. I think the Empress is a hermit at the same time, you know, and you can be 2 major arcana cards at the same time. Let's look at the Sun. What's the Sun? What's that new energy? The Wheel of Fortune and the Emperor. Things are turning by action. I think you're the Emperor today. There's a lot of action steps. It could be lists that you're drawing up. I want to complete this by the end of the week. I want to be really productive as the Empress, and she was also in our predictions video. She was there on the 10th through the 15th if you watched that a couple days prior. So I don't know if some of you are like around beautiful things too, like your homestead is graced with beautiful things. I'm seeing like architecture also in the photos, and I'm seeing that you could be redecorating. That's a part of like even moving too. So what's this Empress and Hermit dynamic? Page of Cups, okay? Getting a new idea. It's creative intuition as well. It's not always an apology. Some new ideas are being floated by you. I would write them down. I would accept them because it's just imagination, the Page of Cups. It's not always like you're getting an apology. It's just creativity at its best, and it's coming from your inner child. We have the 10 of Cups and the Tower. Okay, the towers are going to keep falling. By the way, you're going to see cards of this foundation. It's breaking through. Sometimes it's sudden, right? An easy way to remember the Tower is it's just sudden. It just happens without a moment's notice, but it's meant to come in, which I love. I'm learning to embrace tower moments differently this year. As I became a reader, I think in 2018, slowly doing it for family, slowly doing it for friends, I would always be afraid when I had to read the tower to someone, but now I know it's for their greater good. It's meant to break down something that long ago was either toxic or fueled by something fake or false. So we have that here again. And I think she's steamrolling through this in her Hermit. I told you the Empress and the Hermit are like the same person today. I don't know if it's confidence, like I feel confidence from this collective. I feel like the need to move forward is here because something has been felt. It's a new memory. I feel like some of you jogged something of old and it feels great. So that's also coming in here. The reason why is because I have the card, the 10 of Cups. Energetic with the Sun. Can I see that for the conclusion too? And can I get a court card for who is involved? So we have possible Geminis, or we got air signs. The Lovers card is making its way in. This is like a new coupleship for me. 10 of Cups to the Lovers. Remember, the number 6 is balance and harmony. So it's someone more balanced and more harmonious for you. And then I told you it's somebody new. Knight of Cups on the bicycle. Whenever I see the bicycle guy, which is so, I'll tell you a quick story. There was a day I did a reading for you guys. I think it was in March. It was in early March. And the reading had him very heavy. I already had this deck too. And that day I saw a guy biking at a local park where I went. He looked literally like this card with the beanie, and he also had a similar huffy bike. And whenever I see it now, I do think of incoming energy. So I just wanted to relate that down because you can actually see these images in your real life. Not the 10 of Cups, because that's weird, but the Knight of Cups, I saw a guy like that when I conducted a reading for you in March. So it's always like incoming. I associate that as a new person, new event. Also, this Knight of Cups can be the Tower, which is a new soulmate that this Empress walks into as well. I have that, and let me get your conclusion really quickly. What's the conclusion or the likely outcome? We do have a couple here. 8 of Wands, the Star card. Can I get a little bit more? 8 of Wands, the Star, that's powerful, and the King of Swords. Somebody knows that you're a star around you in your environment. Also, it involves work. It's like you're working towards something. It could be financial. It could be a way to get out of a slump too, that you've been organizing to get out of. Again, I sense a heavy moving Libra, somebody who's moving and action oriented, heading towards some of their happiness that they've planned. 10 of Cups, and even a new partner with the Lovers card. I think this is going to be a steady card for today. And any story that you hear or anything that you come across in terms of podcast, because the soulmate energy has incredibly shifted. You might even be talking to someone new with the 8 of Wands. New conversations, a Knight of Cups comes to you. I can depict it that way. Also, energies are coming together that have been healed. So this King of Swords is background noise. He's a past King of Swords. He could even be a boss. I think you deal with an authority figure around you, and they might even be seeking you for help, this King of Swords. Could be Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. And then remember, you do have reciprocity hanging out in the background while you're the Hermit, and people want to reward you for your good skills. Excuse me. Oh gosh, it's really hard to do a reading when you don't feel good, but I'm trying to push through here. I don't know if you guys would like a bonus for this video. It seems like it's a different kind of view. It's still the same Libra, but there's a different tense of happiness going on in this reading, especially with like communication being rampant in both videos yesterday and today. It's like you're getting it from all sources, and people want to connect to finding you in your new energy. And if you've done the work, I think that's why the connection is happening too, is because they want to see what you've improved on and also what you're able to speak on in terms of experience. All right, I do have the 8 of Cups. I also am looking at the Moon, but it's reversed, which means secrets are going to be coming out, okay? And you're going to be finding out the intentions of what maybe you were worried about before, or if there was anxiety attached to the Moon prior. So there might be a bonus just on this, but I do have to do the birthdays today for all of you. Thank you for watching this beginning love reading. I would go ahead and say, look out for that Hermit combined with the Empress, because I think that's concocting almost like a safe space for you to do magic and manifest. I believe when I say magic, it's the reality too that we can bring to life. It's not so witchy, you know, it's definitely something that the human can do once they set their mind to something.